Do you want to know how I got my wig to look like this? Keep watching. Because darling, I'm going to be showing you how I reinstalled and styled this wig from the beginning to the end. Sweetheart, the aim is to make your lace look like this, okay? Hey loves, this is actually a wig that I have installed before, but today I've decided to bring it for a reinstall on YouTube. I'll take you through everything from the bald cap to the glue and a little bit of styling. Let's get into it. I already have my hair in cornrows and I also have a wig cap on. Use either an edge gel or a Dis-Chem spray to push your hair back. Now I'm applying the wig cap and getting started on the bald cap method. I have two wig caps because one is to protect your hairline and the other one is to protect your hair. Make sure you adjust your cap to your comfort. The first thing you're going to do is cut behind your ears so that the wig cap doesn't rip. We are cutting the ear tab so that wig cap lays flat on your head. It's also for your comfort. Now we put a little bit of foundation on your brush. A little bit. If you have powder, use that instead. I just used one pump for my whole head. There's no need for you to button foundation. Now spread that out with your brush throughout your head until it's almost evenly distributed. It doesn't have to be perfect. You'll see, mine is not perfect either. You can actually put foundation before you wear your cap. It's up to you. Now it's time to spray your adhesive on your cap. You can use any that you have. You can use I'm using Glamour Spray. It really doesn't matter, they do the same job. You can use your fingers to try and spread the glue. Don't let it run on your face, otherwise it's gonna be messy. If it's too overwhelming, you can work in sections. You can divide your forehead into 3 sections, that's still fine. Actually, it's better because you get to work in smaller portions, which I think it's a great idea because smaller sections are easier to manage. Make sure you spread the glue evenly along your forehead. If you don't think you sprayed enough or you sprayed evenly, you are always welcome to go in for the second layer, but wait for the first layer to dry. 1 layer is fine, but 2 layers is also okay. Wait for the glue to dry completely. Whilst I was waiting for the glue to dry completely, I decided to tint my lace. You can use a lace tint, you can use a foundation, just use whatever you have. Also for your wig cap, you can use a blow dryer if you want it to dry faster. If you choose to use a lace tint like me, wait for your lace to dry after putting the lace tint. This is what my lace looks like now. Your wig cap would have dried by now. Just cut off the lace. There's just no science to it. Just cut off the excess lace and only be left with the amount that you want to work with, the amount that you're comfortable with. I like to start at the front and then go to the back of my ears. If you oversprayed your glue, you can always peel it back a little bit. You can also divide this into 3 sections if you want, but really there's no maths to it. Just make sure that it's not too low that the wig is in your eyebrows, and also make sure that it's not too backward that your hair is exposed. Once you're done cutting, now it's time to cut off the little bits that we couldn't cut last time because we were cutting a big chunk. Now we're just perfecting the circle, making sure all the tiny little caps are gone, all the tiny little strays are gone. After you do that and you're really satisfied and you think you've got everything, now spray your adhesive on your comb and then try to flatten the flyaways or the wig cap parts that are still like sticking up and out. Just try to lay them. You're trying to mimic a bald person, so you're trying by all means to be as good as a bald person, I think, but then try to mimic that. Try to flatten with your rectal comb. I am reinstalling this wig, which means it's not you. So this is the wig that we are installing. I have already washed the wig and prepped for the install. Let me know if you want a tutorial. So yeah, we're trying to see if our wig fits properly. We are mapping where the wig is going to sit. Fold your lace to the back a little bit so that you have enough space for the glue. Now take your rubbing alcohol and rub it on your forehead. This is a very critical step because we're trying to get rid of the natural oils that will make your wig lift and not lay properly. Now take any glue of your choice. I'm using this one from Shein. I'm putting it on this plated thing. Normally people use it for makeup. I'm just making sure that I don't use a lot of glue. Now try to spread a tiny little thin layer of glue on your bald cap. Make sure it's thin, otherwise it's going to take forever to dry. So spray a very thin layer of glue between your wig cap and your forehead, but make sure most of the glue is on the wig cap, not the forehead, because your forehead is going to produce natural oils, but then the wig cap is not. So if you want your wig to last 2-3 weeks or even 1 week, make sure you put the glue on the wig cap. Don't be scared of this, because literally the wig is protecting your edges, so you have nothing to be afraid of. Also, use more than 1 layer if you want your wig to last. Use 3 layers if you want your wig to last 2 to 3 weeks, but then make sure you let it dry before applying the next layer. So let it dry before applying the next layer. I hear people sometimes they apply up to 5 layers. I've never really applied more than 3 layers. So do what works for you. But then I'm going to say just start with 3 layers and see how it goes. Make sure most of your glue is on the wig cap and a little bit on your forehead. But then make sure the glue is between the two. It's between both the forehead and the wig cap. Make sure you apply more glue on the ears, like on the sideburns, when people normally put their sideburns, because that's where the lace normally lifts first. Be careful not to overspread your glue, because it's so hard to clean off the glue. It's easier for you to go back later and put more glue than for you to clean the glue. I know you might have rubbing alcohol and you think you can just put rubbing alcohol and clean off the glue. Yes, you can, but then you risk lifting the lace altogether. Besides, some of the glues are hard to clean, like the one that I'm using. Don't put the second layer of glue unless the first layer is completely cleared. It has dried and it's clear. If it gets clear, then you can put the second layer. But then for the second layer, do the same thing. Wait for it to clear and then put your third layer. You can use a blow dryer. You can just wait for it to dry naturally, or you can use a fan like me. Now after your wig is dried and become clear, you can then place your wig. You can place it in sections or you can place it as a whole. It's really up to you. But then after you place the wig, make sure you press it down. You can use a comb, you can use your hands. As you can see here, I'm using my hands. You'll see after a second I'll be using a comb to show whoever wants to use a comb how they're gonna use it, or you can even use both. It's really up to you. It does the same thing, but then make sure you press it down a little bit. Right here I was tying my hair to the back because it was disturbing me. And then after that, you check to see if you want to cut off the excess lace or add glue. And then you decide if you want to go back with glue or you want to cut off the excess lace. I chose to cut off the excess lace. If you didn't want to cut off the lace, you can just lift the lace and then put some glue, wait for it to dry, and then put the lace and then tap the lace again. It's the same process we used to install. Now, if you have whiteness on your lace, spray some adhesive spray and spread it through. Don't spray too much, just spray a little bit. If you spray too much, you're going to lift the lace. So just spray a little bit and then spread it around your lace. And also you can do this to make sure your lace lays flat, because there is always going to be some lace lifting before you put the band. So you can just do that. Use your Reinstall comb to lay the lace flyaways. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure everything lays flat and there is nothing sticking out and all that. I was making sure that it's flat because I like my installs to be seamless before I even put the band, because I don't like praying for the band to do magic and stuff. Yeah, the band is meant to make it seamless, but then I don't like that, the fear. This is me after realizing everything is working together. You can always cut off the strayaways if you want. You can use an eraser or a scissors. It's really up to you. Or you can just use the comb and try to tame them and make them lay down and stuff. It's really up to you. You can always cut them off. I just normally prefer using a comb because I normally want to rewear my wig. If I keep cutting off the lace, I'm gonna have no lace to work with. Do this until you're satisfied. It really doesn't take too much time. Maybe I'm making it seem like it takes long in this video, but it really doesn't. Just make sure it's up to your satisfaction, and then after that you can just use your foundation brush that we used in the beginning. Don't put more foundation, just use that brush with the same foundation that we used, and dab it on your hair, on your lace, and then use it on your lace, and then and then put a little bit of the adhesive spray with your fingers. Don't spray it on the lace, spread it throughout the lace, like on both sides. And then now wait for it to dry a little bit, and then put your melting band. You don't have to put it in for an hour, you can if you want to, but then I find that 15 minutes is enough for me. If I'm in a hurry, even 5 minutes is okay, as long as I put that melting band. After you take the band off, it should be giving melted. Girl, it should be looking like this. Like, it should be looking like this. Actually, it's actually giving scalp. And don't be going around buying those melting sprays. It's just overpriced adhesive spray. It does nothing. But then, hey, if you find that it does something for you, continue by all means. Now it's time to style my hair. I just decided to do the half up, half down with the glow clip and the little piece on the front that looks like a band, but then it's not a hairband, it's like my hair, you know. I thought that was a cute hairstyle, but then I don't think I need to explain anything for these hairstyles, so I'm just gonna keep quiet for a second. I do, however, think this is a very detailed visual tutorial. But then if you still feel like you want this hairstyle and it's not enough and you need a talking voiceover for this hairstyle, comment down below and I'll make a detailed video on how I did this hairstyle. But then I did include everything here, maybe just not the explanations of the steps. it like this, but I just wanted to put the claw clip. Now we are done. This hairstyle turned out so gorgeous. It turned out even better than I thought it would. It's so nice. I look so pretty. I felt so pretty. This hairstyle was just everything. Thank you so much for watching, my loves. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Even share the video to your friends that might need wig installs, wig styling and wig recommendations. Let me know what video you want next. If you have any questions, please drop them down below in the comment section. New videos every Thursday. See you in the next one.